Hi, my name is Greg Mader. I'm president of Open Source Integrators, and this is Bronislav.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Hi, Bronny. Today I'd like to talk about the power to transform businesses with open source integrators. I'd like to talk about a case where we used e-commerce in a much different way, and we kind of turned everything on its ear in order to create a competitive advantage for our customers. So I'd like to talk for a moment about this customer. They're a pretty amazing bunch of people. What they've managed to do is figure out how to turn electrical services into a product. And this product is customized wiring systems that are applied to new construction and the new construction market. We use the OSI Process Model, analyzing the situation very carefully, optimizing the system and the business processes to be able to create new efficiencies. And only after we've done that analysis, we go to automating the process and actually developing the system. And finally, we help our customers with the transition from a system that is theoretical into an actual live system with all the complications and awesomeness that people bring to that.
We took their usual process and used Open ERP together with e-commerce as a sales tool, which has really made their operation leaner and more productive.
Sure. We used this ERP solution to create an internal e-commerce platform for the inside sales staff. By doing this, we are able to enable the inside sales staff with much higher throughput because the customers were already pre-qualified, had already determined what they needed, and it made it a much more efficient sales cycle.
Once we were done with analyzing their needs and started implementing the solutions, there was a point where we started to optimize what is the best way to do things. Of course, working along with the client helped immensely. And then we found that the website using the configurator was definitely the way to go, and we made it perfect, and it worked with all the products. And of course, along the way, we made a few changes for the client with the needs that come up as we go along, and we kind of rounded up there.
Sure. The configurator is a key part of this. What we were able to do during that optimized phase of this was understanding a very highly configurable set of services and turn those into something that could be sold as a configurable product. That's the key for how we were able to simplify their sales process and increase this throughput of their sales system. It's a very complicated product. It took some very special thought in order to get this optimization in place. But by doing it, they reap the benefits of turning something that is a complicated service into a resellable, configurable product. With the automation of this process, it looks and feels like a regular e-commerce site. It behaves in a manner that customers can understand and do some self-corrections and really design the system that they want. But also in this automation phase, it's then turned into a product with a bill of materials, scheduled services, even delivery services that are engaged with this. And by doing this, we're able to make it something that's very repeatable, very maintainable, and really drives customer satisfaction.
By reducing the workload and simplifying the process, we gave them the flexibility to take that extra time and go back to their customer for the special case that might happen once in a while. And that really improved their customer relationship and really optimized their usual cycle.
This, in some ways, is one of the funnest and easiest transitions we've ever done with any customer. They were able to make a very quick training with their staff, and within a day, they were up and using the system and delivering results in ROI. Overall, the results of this project were that we've converted a very complex sales process into a really easy, fun even experience for their customers to be able to use to select these products. We've reduced labor costs that were needed in that sales cycle. We've definitely reduced mistakes that were coming up in production after the order was placed, and the time for sales closing has gone down dramatically. As a result, this company is able to increase its market share, and it's growing into other geographic markets as well. by doing this, they're able to deliver a higher quality system for their end customers at a lower cost with more predictability and reliability.
With implementing a process like this, a complex process, and streamlining it, this is how you really get open source done right. And then giving away those same levers back to the customer and have them run their business, it lets them not only grow their business more efficiently, but it lets them grow it even bigger and scale it up to any level they would possibly need to go in the next stage of their process.